We've handled over the last 25 years some very big and very important cases. I believe that this one may surpass them all. There's been a lot of reports that we're filing a class action. This is not a class action. These cases will be individual cases. Each case will live and die on its own merit. These cases will be filed individually, one plaintiff against whoever the defendants were involved in the case.
Hey guys, okay, breaking news. Before I go to bed, a Houston-based lawyer has just finished a press conference where he told members of the press corps that he is at the moment representing over 120 victims, some of whom were underage at the time of the alleged assault by Diddy or someone within the Diddy circle.
Been retained by 120 individuals at this point to pursue cases in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs. You should know, in this group, it is evenly divided between males and females. There are 60 males and 60 females who have joined us to pursue these claims as plaintiffs. In this group, 62% identify as African American, 30% are white, and the remainder are Hispanic or Asian. The victims are from more than 25 states. The majority are from California, New York, Georgia, and Florida. I don't want to focus on the ages of these victims. When we talk about the ages of the victims when the conduct occurred, it's shocking. Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old. We have an individual who was 14 years old. We have one who was 15. 25 of the 120 individuals who are plaintiffs in these cases were minors at the time of the acts complained of.
This is going to rock the entertainment world in Hollywood, in the US, as it is, because from what he is saying, he is not just going after Diddy, he's actually going after every individual who was part of that circle, that participated, that transported, that gave medical care, that helped in procurement, that helped in cleaning up right after each of these victims at the time of the assault.
In addition to Sean Combs, you should know the defendants in these cases we're going to file will include anyone, of course, who engaged in the assault or exploitation, anyone who participated in such in any way, anyone who encouraged or facilitated this conduct, anyone who was in the room and watched it happen but made no effort to stop it, any venue or venue owner who was aware of what was going on but failed to stop it, any individual or entity who knew about the conduct and benefited from it but did nothing to report it or stop it, and any individual or entity who covered it up or helped cover it up. There are many people and many entities involved, and we're going to follow this evidence wherever it takes us. We will find the silent accomplices. We will expose the enablers who enabled this conduct behind closed doors. We will pursue this matter no matter who the evidence implicates. I'm looking at banks, pharmaceutical companies, hotels. We know that many of these individuals were paid cash. We know that many of these individuals involved, whether they were the ones being assaulted and abused or they're witnessing other people being assaulted and abused and then paid and threatened and told to leave. Typically paid 10 grand in cash and told to leave. And then threatened as they were leaving. And I'm talking here about not just the cowardly but complicit bystanders. That is, those people that we know watched this behavior occur and did nothing. And I'm talking about the people that participated, encouraged it, egged it on. They know who they are.
Now, much like the guy, the Friends guy who passed after his, after overdose of a controlled substance, you know how the federal agents went after those who who they felt were part of the system that facilitated him acquiring, taking, and covering up the substance that he took. The housekeeper, the medical person, and also who administered it, and also the lady herself from whom this particular substance was acquired. All of these individuals the federal agents went after. That is also how this lawyer is approaching this new suit. He wants to go after all of these individuals because it is racketeering. Racketeering is like a corporation. There are individuals who did what, when, where, and how. So all of those people, he is going after each and every one of them. I'm going to let you listen into an abbreviated portion of his claim and how he wants to go after Diddy and his cohorts. And
There is a common theme, an MO, if you will. Typically, the victim is lured into a situation where he or she is given a drink. Typically, that drink, reported by these victims, is apparently laced with something. Once that drink takes effect, the perpetrators perform all kinds of sexual acts on the victims, many times passing him or her around as other people watch and enjoy the show, and then leave the victim ashamed, confused, injured, and wondering what happened. When the victim reaches out, he or she is told not to say anything. Sometimes there are threats of physical violence or financial repercussions or bodily harm. The day will come when we will name names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already. And of course, I already know who some of these individuals are, but because of the nature of this case, we're going to make damn sure that we're right before we do that. But the names that we're going to name, assuming that our investigators confirm and corroborate what we've been told, are names that will shock you. I expect that through this process, many powerful people will be exposed.
From what he says, they're going to be very popular names, and it is going to be shocking, but maybe not so shocking, the names that will come out from what he said in the next 30 days. So October is going to be quite interesting. If you thought September was interesting, you need to wait and see what happens in October. Let's watch together.